Mauricio Mo Silva and Joseph Joe Marmolejo.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Hey, so this is the Mo and Joe Show, episode 5.
5, man.
Hey, so I'm hyped for this episode.
Oh, yes. Oh.
I've been waiting all for Laker talk.
Oh, he's waiting.
Patiently. Hey, so we're going to be having a very special guest, Bob Garcia, out of Sports Out West. He's a writer. He's a beat writer for the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, there's going to be a lot to talk about with the NBA, Mallow, Lakers, whatnot.
Oh, yes.
Hey, and we're going to be talking about football.
Yeah, man, we got a little bit of football. You know, of course, we can't go a show without talking about football, especially knowing Joe. We also got, this week's good, the bad, and the ugly. I know you guys are patiently and anxiously waiting for that. We do that every week. So.
And Mo very carefully crafted some more local events.
Oh, yes, I did.
He's loco for local events.
I am loco. Loco for loco. Ah!
Hey, we're going to be giving some shout-out and love to our listeners and taking calls for this week's game picks.
Always taking calls, y'all. You know how we do.
And, hey, our hot topic of the week is the hot topic for many sports programs throughout the country. Hot topic for, if you go in on Facebook, it's the hot topic, the NFL protest.
Protest, man, it's crazy. I mean, I myself feel like it's, getting out of hand a little bit, but, hey, we'll discuss it more.
Hey, but so let's start it out. Before we hit the hot topic, we're going to hit some headline news, from around the globe this week.
Coming fresh for y'all.
So, Hugh Hefner, Playboy, he died.
Oh, man. Oh,
rest in peace.
I kind of cried when I found out. I thought it was one of those fake news.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hugh.
Rest in peace, Hugh.
He was 91. The fate of Playboy Mansion is now in the hands of Hugh Hefner's next-door neighbor. Lisa Carter has a story. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, Lisa.
Yeah, sorry, Lisa. We're going to have to work that out. Hey, so anyways, the neighbor owned the Playboy Mansion house, and she had a contract with Hugh stating that if they would allow him to run the Playboy Mansion out of the house that they owned till his death, and then everything would revert back to them.
Wow, that's amazing, because this whole time I never really knew that. I thought, Hugh owned the mansion himself, or, even if somebody, not the next door neighbor owning it, I thought maybe even like an outside person that lives, in another state or something owned the house and was like, hey, buddy, you can rent this, or, I'm giving this to you and you make it this big, empire, as, clearly he did.
Yeah, or the corporation, I thought they were going to own it.
Yeah, somebody, but I didn't think the next door neighbor lived right next door to him was like, oh, okay, I own the house. We're going to conduct this contract with you, and once you die, it, goes back to me.
So, Hugh left quite a big legacy. He had he's a pop culture icon. That Playboy bunny logo, pop culture icon.
Yes.
And he's definitely going to be missed. I know that they changed up the format of Playboy recently. They are making it a little bit more, I don't want to say family friendly, because I don't know how family friendly that can be. But, they're cleaning up. They cleaned it up recently in his later years.
Yes,
and
they have.
I'm curious to see where they go from here.
Yeah, hopefully it goes in a good direction, not into a negative where, just crumbles and falls and, people forget about the Playboy Mansion. That's what you don't want to happen, that people forget about the Playboy Mansion.
Hey, so also, OJ could be released Monday. Coming from Lovelock, Texas, after 9 years behind bars, OJ Simpson could be released on parole as early as Monday.
Woo-hoo!
Woo, the juice.
The juice is loose. OJ the juice. He's finally getting out.
We should play the Gary Garver interview.
Yeah, we should.
So, O.J. Simpson has spent the last, I want to say, 10 years in jail.
Yes, he has. It's crazy for something he should not have done. Sorry, man. You should not have done what you did. However, paid for it. And
so, to clarify, he is not in jail for everything that he did, that he supposedly did to his wife in the 90s. That is not what he's in jail for. He's in jail for taking back his property So a real big mess. He had to give up a lot of his property to the Goldman family as part of the civil lawsuit that he lost.
Yeah, I remember
But
that.
he got a lot of his equipment taken. He tried to get it back. Did it in kind of a, dopey way with some dopey characters. Held some guns up to people.
Yeah.
Got charged with kidnapping or attempted kidnapping. So it's pretty crazy. O.J. Simpson is going to be loose this upcoming week.
My man getting out loose.
All right. Hey, so last night, Thursday Night Football. Da-na-na, da-na-na. The Packers pound the Bears. Aaron Rodgers threw for 179 yards, 4 touchdowns. Packers rocked the Bears 35-14 at Lambeau Field on Thursday Night Football. A lot of people are complaining, saying that the Bears might have to change their quarterback up now. They drafted Mitch Trubisky last year in the first round. They have him sitting, waiting behind Mike Glennon, and Mike Glennon's not doing much right now.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, wow. It's like, come on, Bears. I mean, it's kind of funny how they go to a win against Pittsburgh and then a loss to Green Bay. I'm just like,
oh yeah, it's a huge turnaround, especially
exactly.
Those Thursday night games are weird, especially because they're playing on Sunday. Then all of a sudden they're playing. Ooh, okay. Jay-Z's coming on with the story of OJ.
Okay, hey Jay-Z.
Have you guys heard this?
I think I've heard it maybe once or maybe twice. But,
You thought I was about to freestyle, huh?
Hey, that would have been nice. Hey,
So-
y'all about to get a freestyle from Joe.
All right. So NFL has been crazy. That leads us to, our top story, our hot topic.
Hot topic time.
Hot topic time.
Hot topic time, y'all. We told you we'd keep it fresh, keep it real for y'all. Let's do it. Hot topic time.
Yep. So the hot topic is everything that's going on with this NFL protest. It's been pretty crazy. It's been really crazy. I did not expect that many players to go and make a stand.
Neither did I, because last time when I remember watching Kaepernick do it, and it was him and probably a good handful of people that actually joined in. It wasn't as deep as it, everyone's doing it now, which is really, I see as a great impact in causing, this wave of, different emotions, different opinions now that everybody else is involved, which is, pretty cool.
Yeah, there's so many people that were out here working together and coming together with one voice and voicing their opinions. The Raiders all took a knee. The Cowboys went and completely remixed it and said, you know what, the flag should not be disrespected in any way, so we're going to go and take a knee right before it for peace, for social justice,
Yes.
for the rights of African Americans and colored people throughout the country, and still give the respect to the military men and the servicemen that we do the national anthem for.
Exactly, yeah. I totally agree with them for doing that. That was really good.
It was really interesting to see owners coming together, locking arms with their players, owners taking a knee. That way, you're not just saying, okay, here are the players. Here's every phase of the organization coming together and saying, all right, we're going to make this statement. A lot of people are claiming that the statement got lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Kaepernick was doing this as a way to bring attention to the social injustices that colored people face every day.
True.
And instead, this kind of became all wrapped around anti-Trump. Trump called out the NFL, called out NFL players, said that the owners should get rid of the SOBs that are taking knees.
Wow.
And that players, the NFL is a huge fraternity. They're brothers. They're best friends.
I agree with you on that.
They rallied together and said, hey, Colin Kaepernick, Bennett, every other player who is protesting, I believe Aqib Talib has protested before, who's not taking a knee should be fired. And the rest of the players are saying, no, we're going to speak up for them, stand up for them, and represent their First Amendment rights to freedom of speech.
Yes, that's true. I agree with what they stand for, why they're doing it. And like you said, Joe, it is really getting blown out of proportion. People are tweeting back and forth to each other. My only thing is that I hope it doesn't, get violent over something as, little as this. That they're really throwing into a bigger picture, and they're like, oh, going over the top with it. I just hope there's no violence with it. So, keep allowing, the NFL players choose to protest, allow the peaceful protest, and as long as there's no violence involved, we should be, okay.
Of course, as long as there's no violence, we should really be supporting their right to protest. I mean, that's what makes America so great. That's why we want to stand for the national anthem. It's because we have different sets of beliefs that you should be able to speak your mind.
You should.
Stand by what you
First
believe
Amendment.
in and express it in any way possible that is peaceful, that's not violent, that's not aggressive. So, I like to give a big round of applause to the NFL and to the owners. And if you want to call in and
I'm clapping.
add in your 2 cents, we're going to be taking some callers at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Mo, you
feel
want to
free.
give them the number?
Yeah, guys, the number down here is 909 is 792-5222. Again, that is 909-792-5222. KCAA.
All right, hey, we're going to go to a little break. When we get back, we're going to have Bob Garcia from Sports Out West.
Oh, man, can't wait.
Talk about the Lakers, talk about Lonzo, talk about everything purple and gold, the outlook for the NBA season. It's going to be an exciting next half hour or so.
Can't wait. Y'all tune in. Keep tuning in. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, speaking of, this is Lonzo Ball's new track,
Ooh.
ZO2 by Lonzo
I don't
Ball,
think I heard this one before.
Big Baller Music Group,
Let me check it out.
on KCAA.
What you rockin' ZO2s? I'm blowing past some ZO2. You know I got a ZO2. Pay respect and pay your dues. Switching lanes, ZO2. I changed the game, ZO2. They know my name, ZO2. Pay respect and pay your dues. Shouts out to Future, keep guap on me. Shout out to Beats, cause I keep me a lot on me. Shout out to everyone doubting me. Changing the game and they make cause I'm charging fees. Know the name, you see the fame. All my socials got the check.
We'll be right back
If you
to
talking out
the
of
Mo
line,
and Joe Show on
these stripes across your
KCAA
neck.
Radio.
Am I under Armour?
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Rod Tanner. For tonight, it'll be clear and breezy, low 64 with winds to 20 miles an hour. Saturday, for the last day of September, we'll have sunny skies and a high of 93. It'll be clear Saturday night with a low 61. We'll have sunshine Sunday, our high 89 as winds gust to 20 miles an hour. Expect patchy fog Sunday night. Otherwise, it'll be partly cloudy, low 60. Patchy fog lingers well into Monday morning. Otherwise, the day should be sunny with a high near 80. Again, tonight, it'll be clear, a low 64, and that's your weather forecast for this hour from KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM. 3-in-1, the trifecta of talk in Southern California.
KCAA Radio is proud to announce that the Tri-City Center in Redlands is our new home. We're fortunate to be located among some of the best businesses in the region. Among our neighbors are Ray Chiropractic, Brace Connection Orthodontist, Pain Solutions Medical Massage, Rent-A-Center, MVP Staffing Agency, Jenny Craig, Salon Centric, and many more. The Tri-City Shopping Center is located just off the I-10 between Alabama and the Tennessee exits in Redlands. The Tri-City Center is the mall with a heart. A superior nutritional supplement called Arbor Vitae has taken Australia by storm, and it's now available in the U.S. Arbor Vitae contains a unique combination of maritime pine bark, aloe vera, honey, and an enzyme from papaya seeds. This potent supplement was developed to impact inflammation in the human body. Arbor Vitae helps blood circulation and respiratory function. Its anti-inflammatory properties can also relieve minor muscle and joint pain. To order, log on to ARBORVITAEUS.com or phone 1-800-570-0433 and enter code KCAA at checkout to receive a 10% discount. Arbor Vitae is Mother Nature's helping hand. Order this unique supplement now. Call 1-800-570-0433 and mention that you heard it on KCAA to get a 10% discount. KCAA is your CNBC News affiliate. We're the station that gets down to business.
How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt completely forgiven, both the principal and interest? National Credit Card Relief wants to give you free information that shows you how. Thousands of people have used this program to have their credit card debt forgiven. So call now for free information and consultation. We'll give you the secret to this money-saving program absolutely free. Get eye-opening information that could save you thousands of dollars a year or a month, depending on how much you owe. In fact, the more you owe, the more you can save. save. All you need is $10,000 or more in credit debt, medical bills, or department store debt to qualify. Call for free debt forgiveness information now at 800-546-2909. That's 800-546-2909 to discover the secret to having your credit card debt forgiven. Call 800-546-2909. 800-546-2909. Don't wait. Call now. 800-546-2909.
Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
They filled the swimming pool full of Jell-O. And people could pay to watch Gary and I dive into this pool of Jell-O. And he and I raised $100,000 doing that.
That's hilarious. Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com.
Join us on 1050 AM, 106.5, and 102.3 FM. Saturday mornings at 8 on the trifecta of Talkin' Sports, KCAA.
Thanks for listening
To the Mo and Joe Show,
here on KCAA Radio.
the stations that leave no listener behind. All right. Hey, we're back here on the Mo and Joe Show.
We're back, y'all. Hope y'all didn't go nowhere.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mo.
You're on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and 102.3 FM. All throughout the Inland Empire.
Throughout the Inland Empire, guys.
Hey, so we have a very special guest with us.
All right.
Bob, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Hey, so we have Bob Garcia. He is a beat writer for the Los Angeles Lakers for Sports Out West.
Mm-hmm.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I've been covering the Lakers for the last 4 years or 4 seasons. So it'd be my 5th season. Yeah, I've been through the worst years of the franchise, I guess you could say. But I've had the privilege of covering the last 4 years, attending practices, press conferences, games, obviously, just various things like that. So yeah, I like to feel I have a good feel of the team and where it's heading, and so yeah, I mean, I've been very lucky to be able to do this, and I'm going to do it again for a 5th season. So yeah, so I've been doing that for the last 5 years since I graduated, and yeah, so hopefully this is much different than the last 4 years have been.
That's amazing, man. That's really good.
Yeah, hey, that's really exciting. Have you been a Lakers fan your entire life?
Growing up, yeah. I mean, it's, being in LA, I mean, I know Clippers are here, but I was never pushed into one direction or the other. So I just gravitated towards them, and I've followed them closely, and I've had the privilege of just covering the team that I've grown up following. I probably would say the most of any other sports team. So yeah, I mean, I'm a Laker fan at heart, but when you go to the games, you got to be
professional.
Exactly.
Professional, no bias. So I've learned that already. I've seen people do the exact opposite. So yeah, you got to learn how to separate the two, and it just comes with experience. But yeah, Lakers have always been my favorite team, I guess you could say, for any other sport.
All right. I respect a lot. You mentioned that you were here for the worst of times, for the worst span of seasons that the Lakers have ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were the bright spots of that time?
You know what? I want to say the play of the young guys through that time. Yes, Kobe's 60-point game would probably be the brightest part, I guess, the most exciting part. I'm very lucky to be there. I can tell you that being in the press box, is watching with him, everybody else was just as amazed at his performance as a casual fan, because who thought he was going to score 60 points, let alone in his last game, playing practically every minute of the game. And that was probably the most memorable part. But as far as like just overall bright spots, it's just how the young guys have developed. I know it's been different every year, but it's just this last year heading to this year, there's pieces that they can build with. I mean, it's make or break for a couple of them, but I say the play of the young guys has kind of just been that lone bright spot where, hey, something can develop here. You got to, work with these players and see where it goes with them. But, yeah, I mean, I guess you can consider those bright spots as far as away from them having the worst seasons in franchise history and the longest playoff drought. So, try to stay positive.
Yeah, you got to stay positive.
Hey, positivity is everything. Which of the players do you think has the biggest potential of the young players?
Well, before this season, I would say hands down, Brandon Ingram. I mean, last year, he was fun. I think he showed a lot of promise. The stats may not have shown it, but just watching him on the floor, you could see him get into the spots where he wants to go. It's a baseline jumper if he wants to get in the paint, or he was taking shots that look like more experience, more time working the gym. He's gonna be great in those areas. And defensively, he has the intuition of being where he's supposed to be defensively, individually. He's a good team defender as well. He's got great length, and he's only growing into his body. This summer he's growing 2 more inches. So I think
2 more inches. Wow.
Have you seen him too?
No, I haven't seen him in real life, but I see him from far away on the camera. But
he's lanky.
Wow.
Yeah, he's practically 7 feet tall and he handles like a guard. So
my goodness.
So he's. I think without a doubt I would say him and Ball would be because at Ball the summer league is he looked great, but I want to see him against actual NBA competition. And Ingram, you could see flashes of potential for him to develop into a premier scorer and defender.
That's good. Yeah, true.
Yeah, hey, very true. Those are very good points. And Brandon Ingram is Mr. Untouchable. He's the only one that Magic Johnson stated that he was not willing to part ways with over summer. Were you surprised that the Lakers parted way with D'Angelo Russell so soon?
I honestly, no. Reason why D'Angelo wasn't the new regime's guy. They didn't draft him. There was questions for his first 2 years about his leadership, maturity, work ethic. Those things, you're only 2 years in the league and you have those, those question marks already. And that's not to mention the whole thing with Nick Young. I know that's last year, but it's there. It's always going to be there. Something in the locker room with the teammates that, potentially could cause problems. Let's say something were to happen again, something similar to that. But as far as him as a player, he's got potential. Yes, he's got potential to develop to all-star caliber player. I believe so. But it's just questions about his leadership, I think, was the biggest thing. And Magic, him being a point guard, he knows point guard has to be a leader on the floor, has to be the floor general, has to have everything under control on offense. And he didn't see that from D'Angelo. And he did see that from watching Lonzo play at UCLA, and probably went back and asked the coaches at Chino Hills to see, how his teammates interacted with him, and then his teammates, just see how he was as a teammate and how he was as a leader. So I believe it's just the leadership quality is what kind of gave the Lakers more of a willingness to give him up, along with the cap space. I mean, those two things were you can't pass that up, especially if next year with all those big time players who are going to become free agents.
Yeah, they always talked about his leadership. The questions about his leadership. People were saying he's either going to be a great leader because he's so charismatic and brought so much emotion and energy to the game, or it's going to work against him because he was also immature in some points. He was also not as developed as, say, a Larry Nance is in his maturity. So I think that, in my personal opinion, I was sad to see it happen just because it was 2 years into this, and I would have loved to see Ball and Russell in the backcourt going forward, at least for one season. But I could understand it. I think picking up Lopez and picking up Caldwell Pope through free agency are more than enough for losing D'Angelo Russell. What they're bringing to the table right now outweighs his upside.
Yeah, at this moment, I agree with that. At this moment, you have two players that are proven. You know what you're getting from KCP. You know you're getting a solid individual defender who, I believe he's well respected around the league as one of the better defenders in the league, and I think he has an all-defense selection to his name. So he has that reputation, and he's not a bad shooter either. He shot, I believe, 35% from beyond the arc last year. And then Brook Lopez, he's a scorer. He's always been a scorer throughout his career. Yeah, may not be the best rebounder, but you're going to get scoring. He's stretching the floor now. I think you believe he shot like almost 400 three-pointers last year, made over 100. And before that, he only had taken about 14, and the most in any other season. And that was the season before that. But you know what you're getting in those guys. You know you're getting somebody who can be a dependable scorer. Lopez can protect the rim. Caldwell Pope is a good individual defender, and he's developing more into a dependable scorer too. So, yeah, at this point, yeah. And then one thing we got to remember too, D'Angelo's, only spent 1 year in college. So that maturity level, yes, it's a question mark, but it's hard to find someone at that age with a great maturity level to make the jump to an NBA team, to handle all the responsibilities that come with that on and off the court. And, maybe this trade to the Nets is something that will help him out in that way and give him kind of a wake-up call, say, hey, I got to take this seriously or else I'm not going to be in this league for that much longer.
Yeah, that's so true. So I have a question for you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
So with a young team, given the Lakers have veterans like Lopez and, Luol Deng, do you think that these veterans play a key role, or do you think that a young team could actually, do it themselves and go all the way to playoffs and, hopefully end up winning the, championship?
Well, I think championship would be a little too far at this point, but I get what you're going with. I think playoffs, it's going to be a little bit more difficult given all the talent that's come over from the East to the West. Carmelo, you got Paul George, Paul Millsap, and Jimmy Butler, guys like that coming over.
Yeah,
that's really going to crowd it up. And then you got other teams that are on the rise too. The Nuggets, Pelicans, those teams are going to be in playoff contention as well. So, yeah, I believe it's going to be a mixture of both. The Lopez and KCP are going to be in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And they're going to see how that goes to start the season. Remember, those guys are both on expiring contracts. So they're going to be trying to get the most value out of it because they know next year, that's where they're going to try to cash in. So it's going to be, you're going to get 100% effort, I guess, best way to put it, from those guys. And the young guys, I think you're going to see a big jump from Ingram. Larry Nance is getting into his own and off the bench, a solid big man, very bright NBA mind. I mean, I think he's an underrated player. And Magic Johnson called him a secret weapon. So he would call that for some reason. So,
exactly, secret weapon. It's like,
wait, are you talking about Larry Nance?
Yeah, Larry Nance. He called him a secret weapon.
A secret weapon.
Dude, not only is he smart, not only is he mature, but he might be the best athlete that the Lakers have.
Yeah, I think earlier this week, after the first practice, they had a video up of them racing, and he actually beat everybody.
He beat everybody. He beat Jordan Clarkson. He made Luke Walton do push-ups.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so
wow, this is amazing. I'm sorry, guys.
He's a phenomenal athlete.
Wow,
and,
crazy.
His dad was, a former slam dunk champion, so he gets that athleticism from there, too. So, yeah, he's getting into his own. There's a lot of guys on the team. I like, for example, I believe Josh Hart can be a solid contributor his first year. He's 4 years in college, learn how to be an all-around scorer, get to the basket, create his own shot. He's good 3-point range, good defender, and he can find his niche off the bench. And then you have guys like Thomas Bryant, who is an energy guy who's going to be fighting for playing time behind Lopez with Zubac and
Bogut now.
Bogut makes the team. So, there's a lot of different ways the season can go, but if it starts going south, then you will see the younger guys start getting more minutes as more towards the second half of the season. But if they're in contention, if they're just outside the playoffs picture, yes, expect them to be more of a mixture of veterans and young guys. And so it really depends on how the season rolls out. In the beginning of the season, it's going to be a mixture, but if it goes south, you're going to see a lot of young guys taking the floor.
And what's considered south? Is it going to be like a couple, like losing streaks? Is it going to be there a couple games under 500? How are they going to be gauging this, do you think?
I would use the last few years as the gauge, because if it's they're coming out the gates slow, or let's say they're not competitive as far as record-wise. If they're, I don't know, if they're well out the playoff picture, it comes, let's say All-Star break, it's going to be an uphill battle to get into the playoffs. Then you're going to see more of the young guys getting minutes progressively, not just right away, but progressively get more minutes. That way you can see what you're getting for them, what you can build, and what you can show free agents. Hey, we got this guy. We got Ingram. Look what he's doing. Look what Lonzo Ball is doing. Look with Josh Hart, whoever it may be, the team. Like, hey, look what these guys offer. We got something promising here with these young guys. But that's if that plays out like that. So I believe going south would have to be more of what's happened the last few years, where at least midway through the season, hey, this is not going what we had hoped.
So you touched on it right there that this season seems a lot more promising, and I think from top down. I think with Genie having full control of the team, without Jim Buss kind of being there, leading us down the wrong direction at times, I think that this is the first time that the team feels like there's excitement in every level. Ownership, there's excitement in coaching, there's excitement in the youth, there's excitement in the veterans. I think that there's high expectations. I think Vegas has them at the ranked the sixth team most likely to win the championship, which is weird.
That's good. I mean, they're in the top 10.
To go from the number 2 overall pick, where they deserve that number 2 pick because they didn't win anything, to being picked by Vegas like that. But I just hope that expectations aren't too out the roof. I hope LeVar Ball's not talking too much of a game right now that his son can't back up, because I really hope that this team's going to be good, exciting, and a winner.
Yeah, with that, the betting lines right now at this moment, I think it's more Vegas is more trying to tempt people to bet at this point, buying off the hype of LeVar helped build around his son. Not saying his son's not is not a talented prospect and can develop into something special. It's just that there's a new sense of optimism. Like media day, for example, you go in the building. The first, the building's, beautiful. I mean, it's night and day compared to the other practice facility. Wow. And and the first thing we do is Rob Pelinka's talks to the media, and the first thing he says, and his little starts off with his little stories. Well, the story that he had was Bill Burke told him that he's never been around a group of young guys who have this kind of feel, this vibe around them, this kind of they're motivated, they're focused. He's never been around a group like that. And for him to say that, he's been around for more than 3 decades, so around the team. And for him to say that about this young group, it should say a lot, given what he's seen, what the great teams he's been a part of. And and it's a new vibe. There's a new sense of optimism. It's loose. It's everyone's seems like they're on the up and up, and there doesn't seem. I mean, yes, it was media day. Everyone's going to be optimistic for media day, and it's a brand new season. But it didn't seem like the last few years where it was okay. Well, maybe let's see, but maybe it's the Lonzo Ball effect. Who knows? It's a new sense of optimism that wasn't there the last few years.
Yeah.
So this is the Mo and Joe Show on KCAA Radio. We're here with Bob Garcia. He's a beat writer for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I'm being very informed, very enlightened. I like hearing. It sounds like we're almost getting like the inside scoop because you're so educated on this.
This is amazing.
Oh
my goodness.
So for those of you that don't know, they built a brand new training facility. Is it in El Segundo still, or?
Yeah, it's literally about 2 streets down from the old practice facility.
Brand new, state of the art. One of the ways that they're really trying to recruit new players and free agents is saying that, hey, this is the best organization in sports. We're going to give you the best facilities, the best resources. We're going to give you everything you need to succeed to be a champion. So,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna add that new. There's so many cool features with that new practice facility. They have a barber shop in there. They got a lounge where you play. The players can play games. They've got, I think place to eat, stuff like that. There's a lot of different things in there that you'd be surprised. Like, hey, this is like an apartment, pretty much. Something where. It's not just the practice. It's not where you go to train. They have, a unique looking training room. They have the floor is nice. It's a totally different feel. And I think that's part of what's kind of fueling that kind of, hey, this is new start, new era, new management, new building. It's just a clean the slate from what happened the last few years, and this starts something fresh, and let's get something going here. That's what the kind of the vibe you got from media day.
So
I want to check out that gym.
So do I.
Sounds amazing. I got to go over there and I'm gonna get a haircut. Shoot around.
The Lakers play in Ontario on the 4th.
October 4th.
Are you going to be there?
I should be there. I should be there to cover the game. I will be there tomorrow over in Anaheim when they play Timberwolves. So I should be there. If something changes, I will be there.
Do you live tweet at games?
What happened?
Do you live tweet at games?
Yeah. I tweet at games. I try to give a good perspective of what's happening and try to not just focus on, hey, the score is this and that, this player's doing well. I try to give kind of a feel of like what I'm seeing rather than just, okay, Lakers are up 12. This guy's got this many points or something. It's just more of like, hey, this is how this guy's playing. This is what he's doing. This is the spots of the floor he's doing well on, or just different tidbits. I try to keep variety to it.
You can follow Bob on Twitter at bgarcia90. And, keep him up to date. Like, you're going to be, like you said, he's going to be tomorrow. He's going to be on the sideline in the
Anaheim,
Honda Center, you said, right?
Yeah.
At the Honda Center? The old pond. Yeah, so follow him on Twitter. Keep up to date on the games as they're happening. Find out what's going on with the players on the sidelines, not just the scorers, but how players are doing, how players are reacting. You're probably talking about like body language and how it looks like they're playing mentally too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, stuff after the game too. I'm gonna be in the locker room, try to get as much as I can get out of there, and anything's interesting, I always try to post it. I always try to tweet it out. So yeah, try to stay on top of it when I'm at the games, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it should be an exciting season. I mean, you couldn't really say that the last few years where you've had this sense of optimism, and it's a completely new feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying that the NBA is the most popular sport in the country right now. Football's been holding that top dog, but I mean, look at football's top stories over the last summer, and it's been, Ezekiel Elliott's arrest.
Exactly.
It's been Colin Kaepernick and the national anthem protest. But you look at NBA stories, and it's every single day there's new headlines. Dwayne Wade got signed. Kyrie got traded. The Lakers got Ball. Carmelo Anthony to the Thunder. How is the NBA really doing this? How is the NBA? You're a reporter. You're seeing it right there, firsthand.
I think that this year, and I was talking to a couple of my colleagues, and it's this year. It just seems it's a lot different. There's a lot more movement. Basketball usually has a lull between. Early September, there's a lull before training camp, and there's none of that this year. There's always something there was something happening at different points during the offseason, be it Kyrie's trade request, then his trade, then it not going through, then not going through because of a potential issue with Isaiah Thomas, his hip. That there's different things keep arising, and it keeps it entertaining. You have like Melo's being traded, him opening his teams that he's willing to go to the Thunder. And
he got Phil Jackson fired.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that are happening. It's I would say the most entertaining offseason, I guess you could say. I mean, yes, some of it may be repetitive, but it's you're something always happening every week, and I don't remember. From my recollection, I can't think of an offseason where there's this much movement or this much action across the league where there's a constant storyline. It could be something that the player says, or it's. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that was more active than this offseason for the NBA in quite some time.
It was exciting. It was like watching a soap opera unfold. There were so many layers to every story.
There was a lot. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I mean, you have like today, for example, you have Russell Westbrook signing his 5-year, $205 million extension.
I heard about that. Oh my goodness.
biggest contract ever.
Exactly. I was like, man.
Another thing people might take away from it is that today is Kevin Durant's birthday.
Yes.
And he just did today. So there's going to be people who are going to say, well, why did he wait till today? There's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories on that. And there's a lot of stuff that fuels from that. A lot more chatter, a lot more talk.
He got offered that contract in like May, like 2 months ago, right? And he barely signed it today,
2
Kevin
months
Durant's
and
birthday.
Oh my goodness.
That ongoing drama is hilarious.
Yeah, so
Durant's fake
there's
Twitter.
just so many layers to things, like you said, like just so many layers to so many different situations and a lot of different teams. And you could say there's one major story for practically every team in the league that you could say, okay, we'll watch this unfold this year, and it's exciting. It's brings more excitement, more anticipation to the upcoming season. And I don't think I've been this excited for a season that's for that I've covered.
So
yeah,
that's going into the season. What do you think is going to happen at the end of the season? Who do you think is going to be playing in June? Are we going to get a Cavs Warriors 4-peat?
The 4-peat. Oh my goodness.
But there's as for the West, it's hard to put anybody over the Warriors at this point right now. They have another year under the belt. Yes, they were dominant through the playoffs, and that's a lot. Take a lot to take consideration as far as determining who's going to be in the championship next year. Yes, health plays a big part of it, and Kevin Durant's injury was almost it could have been a lot worse. But I think the Warriors are the top dog in the league until someone else proves otherwise. Yes, the Timberwolves made a lot of nice additions to their team. Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson, players like that. Yeah, that's going to help put them in better contention with the Warriors. But I just can't see any team taking them out in 7 games. You got to beat the Warriors 4 times. You're not beating them twice, and that's it.
Exactly,
you need to beat them 4 times.
The Thunder almost did it, though. The Thunder almost did it 2 years ago.
They almost, man.
That's
know what
without
happened.
Kevin Durant in the mix. And
yeah, but now they have Carmelo and Paul George in their side.
Yeah. I mean, you have that too, but then you have,
interesting.
I think too, like the Thunder could be a team that could challenge them. You have 3 players who are all great scorers. You have those guys who know how to put the ball in the basket. And I think Russell Westbrook gets not as much credit for being a playmaker as far as a distributor, but they could be a force to reckon with. If they work it out. Melo's going to be a matchup nightmare at the 4 next season. And it's going to be hard to guard him on the end of the floor. Then you have Paul George, who's one of the best two-way players in the league. And, he's a bona fide scorer. And then you have Russell Westbrook coming off his best season. And, he's going to be motivated to go for a championship and try to, silence the doubters and, get one back at Durant. Even though he won't say it, that's probably one of his motivating factors. So there's a lot that could unfold, and so the Warriors, until someone proves it, it's hard to pick anybody else. As far as the East, the Cavs too. The Cavs are the standard bearer, and as long as LeBron's wearing a Cavs jersey, it's hard to pick anybody else, aside from the Cavs. And they have great additions. Derrick Rose, Isaiah, when he comes back, he's a great scorer, and he's doesn't get the credit for how great of a scorer he is. And then you have, Dwayne Wade, who's a proven player. He's had the most playoff experience with LeBron from any other player in the league. And, he's good in close games and high pressure games. And you have Kevin Love, can't forget about him. So there's a lot of things that go into it. But I think, you could see a fourth go around with these 2 teams. But something could happen. That's why these moves happen this offseason, and there's always a surprise team, and who knows? Maybe in the East, maybe in the West.
Hey, so I don't know if you want to take part. We were gonna run into a little commercial break, but I think that we might want to just kind of push it through. I don't know if you want to stay on with us while we hit the last of our topics, or if you want to.
Yeah, we might keep it rolling, man.
Yeah.
Gonna hang
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm good to go.
Okay.
All right. So. Mo, it's about that time that we go into.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Ooh, do you hear that?
I hear it.
All right, hey, we do this thing called Good, Bad, and Ugly. We bring our we bring our Good, Bad, and Ugly of the week, and here it is. Hey, so my good.
Yeah, Joe, let us know.
Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks, allowed JJ Barea, who's Puerto Rican, to borrow the team jet. To take supplies back to his family.
That's awesome.
Over there in Puerto Rico.
That's amazing. That's really good. So for my good, I got that Bruce Willis finally confirmed that he will be coming out with a Die Hard 6 for all you action fans out there. That'll be great.
Bob, you got a good? Anything? I know I didn't ask. It's on the spot.
No, yeah. I like to see the unity between the NBA players and NFL players. With all this political stuff, I like to see them sticking together. That's something you need to see for any league or any association, that them be united. So that's my good for the week.
All right,
Joe.
I like that. Hey, so for my bad for the week, I have Odell Beckham Jr. has been fined for peeing on that little dog pee trick he tried to do. So that's my bad.
Oh man, that's crazy. For my bad, I have that a Missouri bar owner. He uses Kaepernick and Lynch's jersey as a doormat. That's insane. Just walking into the bar and it's like, oh, remember guys, before you come into my bar, wipe your feet on my special made doormat right there. It's like, oh, that's crazy.
You got any bad right now that you can think of?
Oh man, you know what? And I know it's hard to kind of defend, I guess, in this sport. I want to say, since I saw it yesterday, I would say that Danny Trevathan hit on Devontae Adams. It was straight head to head, and I know there's going to be players. I know there's players that come out and say, "Hey, it's a quick sport, snap decision," but it just looked brutal and it looked really bad. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, that did look really bad.
Yeah, I hope he's okay, man.
All right, hey, so for my ugly, this Louisville Cardinal men's basketball situation.
Oh.
The NCAA basketball, they are getting hit. This is embarrassing. It's ugly. Coaches have been fired. Rick Pitino, who's on the Mount Rushmore of college basketball coaches, been fired.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Ugly.
That is very ugly. Ugh. So for my ugly, I got on Tuesday a congressman named Anthony Weiner was sentenced to a 21-month jail sentence for texting inappropriate things to a minor. Ugh. He calls it his belated birthday present since his birthday was last Saturday. That's kind of funny. That's ugly though. Like, ugh. That's insane.
Hey Bob, can you bring an ugly to the table?
Oh man, okay. The first two were pulling it out.
I gotta top that.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? I got nothing at this moment right now. I think just this whole. I don't know. It's hard to pull an ugly one out right now. Those are the only two I had right now, guys. I'm sorry.
It's on the spot.
Dwight Howard on his 5th team in 5 years. Hey, he looks. I gotta admit, he looks ugly in that Charlotte Hornets jersey.
Yeah. Didn't they redo him this year? Did Nike redid NFL?
They redid everything. I got the new 2K this week. Me and Mo played a game last night.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
It was crazy seeing all the new jerseys. I didn't know that the Clippers are now wearing blue as their base color instead of red.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting.
I'll give you guys an ugly. I'll give you guys the Timberwolves' new uniforms.
Oh yeah.
There you go. We'll take it.
Agree to that.
Anyway, I get it.
Oh, what's that?
Man.
What's that?
Oh, what is that?
All right, hey, so we do this thing. It's called Places to Go with Mo and Joe.
Places to go, y'all. We hooking you up every week. You want somewhere to go for the weekend or even today throughout the weekend. We got y'all. We hooking you up.
All right, hey, so Lakers play a preseason game in Ontario at Citizens Business Bank Arena, October 4th at 7 p.m. against the Nuggets.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
You'll see Bob there.
Yeah, you'll see Bob there, guys. Going out. Check it out.
You know what? The seating there is pretty awesome for it being a preseason game. You feel like you're right there next to the players. I like that.
I graduated from there. That's where my graduation ceremony was for high school.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've been over there too for graduation.
All right, go ahead, Mo.
We also got the LA Beer Festival that's happening this Saturday, September 30th from 2 to 6 in the Los Angeles Center Studios. Guys, go check it out. Get your, glug on.
Lucha Mexicano, Sunday, October 1st at 11 a.m. It goes on to 8 p.m. And it's also at Citizens Business Bank Arena.
Man, they're having a lot of events over there. We also got this Sunday, we got the Pink Walk benefiting Susan G. Komen at the Ontario Mills Mall. You got to sign in at the food court, and then also, you get the 2.5-mile walk around, and also face painting. A lot of family-friendly activities, guys. Check it out.
So on the Angel Baby show right before this, the guest host announced that they are going to be opening up a Raider bar
Yes.
in Lake Elsinore,
Oh my
showing the Raiders
goodness.
Broncos game on Sunday. That's at
Ooh.
17053 Lakeshore Drive, Lake Elsinore. And that's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be new Raiders home.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's fun. Like everyone likes grand openings of new things, and just bringing adding to a new environment and adds to the community. Gives a lot of people with this opening will have a place to go now to watch their NFL games. Especially because I've heard that people have due to the protests have not been showing NFL games in their establishments. So this will be interesting.
All right.
So
We're gonna go on to pick 'em. We're gonna pick some games real quick.
Oh, pick 'em.
We were just talking about that Raiders Broncos. Who you got?
I got Broncos, of course. Guys, I'm a big Broncos fan, so you already know I got I got to go with the Broncos. Especially they're coming off a loss. I think we're hungry.
Wait up. This is for everyone that's watching us on Ustream, on the website MOJOShow.com, and just watching us in archive. Bam, Raiders. Marquette King. He's gonna boot it. I got the Raiders.
Joe,
Who you got, Bob?
Who you got, Bob?
I gotta go with the Raiders right now. I know it's an ugly loss they're coming off, but that offense is they got a lot of weapons, and I know Denver's got a heck of a defense, but it's just I can't see the Raiders having two bad games with that offense and Derek Carr under center.
Khalil Mack eats against the Broncos. You have to remember that.
Really?
All right. So, LA at Dallas.
Ooh, I'd probably go with Dallas, the Cowboys, just because they're coming off of a win also, and the Cowboys running back, he did a great job.
Let me clarify. That's the LA Rams, not the LA Chargers.
I know. Yeah, guys. So everybody, because we do have two LA teams, don't we? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, guys, it's the Rams, not the Chargers. But I'd have to go with the Cowboys. They got Ezekiel Elliott, the running back, doing great, better now that they're coming off a win. So, yeah.
All right. Who do you got, Bob?
This one kind of tugs at the heartstrings. I'm a Rams fan, but until they prove they can beat a team like the Cowboys, like a good team that's made the playoffs, and I gotta go with the Cowboys, even though that's hard for me to say. But until they can prove otherwise, I gotta go with the proven team.
All right, Carolina, New England.
Patriots all day long. Carolina does. I guess Cam hasn't been on his game lately. It's what I've been hearing. So I'd go with the Patriots. Who do you got, Bob?
I'm going the same way. That same thing too. I think I just don't see Cam having. You would have thought he would have had a field day against the St. Stephen's last week, especially how the Patriots dealt with it the week before. But I can't pick against the Patriots right now, especially the way Tom Brady's playing and the exact opposite. The way Cam Newton's playing, where he's not throwing the ball well, and it's evident. That maybe it's not enough reps since his shoulder surgery, or but I can't pick against the Patriots at any point right now.
Yeah. What about you, Joe? Who do you got?
Patriots.
Patriots all day.
All right, hey, last one because we're running low on time.
Yes, sir.
Washington, Kansas City.
Ooh, I'd have to go with Kansas City. They're 3-0 right now, and I kind of want to see them, propel, and they go far, 4-0 and beyond. Let's make it happen. What about you, Bob? What do you got?
I got KC too. The way their offense looks, they have Kareem Hunt. That guy looks phenomenal. He's a great, versatile back as a pass catcher and running the ball, and
he's good.
He's that guy's great. And then you have Tyreek Hill, and then Alex Smith playing well, and their defense is they've had a good defense for the last few years. So I can't pick against KC right now, especially the way they're rolling.
All right, hey, so I am going to pick Washington. I watched them firsthand last week.
Washington,
I watched them firsthand last week, and, I think that Eric Berry injury is going to catch up to the Chiefs nowadays. But this has been the Mo and Joe Show.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to us.
Thank you, Bob, for coming on. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man, for coming on, taking your time out.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we can't wait to have you again. This is the Mo and Joe Show here on KCAA Radio. Tune in next Friday at 9 for more.
For more, guys.
Ooh.
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. One love.
One love.
Thanks for listening to the Mo and Joe Show. Tune in
1050
next
AM,
Friday at
106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM. KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.